Frogs are semi-aquatic, which means they need both a land area and a water area. There isn't a ton of research on these guys because they were only captured and studied in 1995, and the fact that they've already made it into the captive amphibian market proves how resourceful our hobby is. So lots of people will say that mossy tree frogs are also semi-arboreal and semi-aquatic. That isn't necessarily true. In their native Vietnam, they would occupy the roots and the rocks that come on its hilly region. So they do enjoy rocks. If you have a fake rock wall, they will really enjoy being in the crevices. They like to be in corners. One of my mossy tree frogs is hiding up there in the lamp right now, which is fine. They don't ever touch the lamp itself, only the inside. And there's my other one. Right now, they cost you about $45. That's how much I paid for mine. They are easy to breed, but not a ton of people breed them. Mine are both males. If you were to get a female, it would be more expensive. I use a UVB light and a heat pad to get their temperature up into the 75 to 80 range. Mossy tree frogs can tolerate a huge range of temperatures, but the best is probably between 70 and 80 degrees. They can be forced into hibernation if you go below 50, but that isn't necessarily good for your tree frog. As a substrate, I would suggest Eco-Earth. The Eco-Earth, if they accidentally swallow it while feeding on crickets, it's fine, it'll pass right through them. If you use a different substrate, you risk them eating an object that they can't pass through and killing them. I have some live moss in here. It isn't loose moss, so they also can't ingest it and cause impaction. Water quality, because they're semi-aquatic, is super important. I would use a product such as, ReptiSafe. Only a couple drops in there will get rid of all of the chemicals that are in human tap water and make it safe for your frog. And frequent water changes are necessary for keeping your frog healthy. For feeding, I dust my crickets with D3 calcium powder every other feeding, and that's its residue right there. You don't necessarily need to. I've read no research about it improving them any, but it hasn't hurt them either, so I'm going to continue to do it. They also, because they're nocturnal, don't necessarily need a UVB bulb. I use it to help my moss grow. It also hasn't hurt them any, so that seems to be fine. Overall, they're fairly easy to keep. Minimum of 10 gallon per frog. If you could probably keep 2 frogs in a 10 gallon, but I wouldn't necessarily. They're really quite resilient and adaptable. They live for quite a long time. And overall, I think they're great frogs. So please do your research and really look into this frog if you're thinking of buying one, and then set it up in a tank. Alright, thank you.